We're currently in the beautiful Abaco Islands here in the northern Bahamas, where we've been enjoying the incredible reefs, plentiful seafood, and some very exciting life events. Now we're getting ready to set sail from the Abacos down to the breathtaking remote islands of the Exumas. But first, since so many of you have asked for it, we're going to tell you the story of how we met and why it took us nearly 20 years to get to this point.
Welcome back to Sailing Sunday. Did I say it right?
Yeah, but
All right.
you sounded like a robot.
If you haven't watched our last video, go back and watch that right now because something extremely important happened, super exciting and amazing. Just show them what's up. Zoomed in.
It was a very important video.
Basically, I signed my life away, I dropped the knee, and I got myself the old ball and chain. Over
You
here.
signed your life away a long time ago.
So, look, we're just going to say thank you for all the wicked comments.
Yeah, we got so many amazing messages congratulating us, so thank you guys so much. But sprinkled in there was a lot of misconceptions, so quite a few people thought we were already married.
Yeah, a lot of people stirred me up for taking so long.
And a lot of people gave you crap for taking this long.
So, I think that maybe there's an explanation. I need to explain this. So,
Maybe we should clear a few things up.
yeah.
Because our story started a very long time ago, and it hasn't been the simplest. Yeah, maybe we'll take you guys down memory lane for a second.
Let's go down memory lane. So we're going to go back to when I was 12 years old.
And I was 8.
So back when I was about 12 years old, I played in a world ice hockey tournament against Brittany's brother, where we became friends.
And can I just quickly say, my mom made a photo album of this trip, and I specifically remember at 8 years old pointing you out and saying that you were cute, and I had a crush on you from the photos.
Yeah, what's up?
8 years old, people, it was meant to be.
So anyway, a few years later, Greg and I became friends, and I went to Canada to play ice hockey, and I didn't even know Greg had a sister then. So we rolled in, and basically I swept her off her feet straight away.
Ryan literally moved in with us.
Yeah.
That is vital information.
Yeah. That's where I met Brittany for the first time. Anyway, after that, I went back to Australia, so I had to finish high school, and Greg came with me, which is pretty wicked, hey? And played hockey in Australia, so there we go. After that, I moved back to Canada to play ice hockey, and after trying it for a few teams, there was a team up north that I was going to play for, but it was like 7 hours north, and it was either Brittany or the hockey team, and I chose Brittany because I thought I was a really good hockey player in Australia, but when I went to Canada, I realised I sucked. I'd like to say the rest is history, but it's not. Then after a while, Brittany finished high school and she graduated and moved to Australia.
I literally moved in with Ryan's parents.
Yeah. And I like to say the rest is history, but it's not. Again.
International relationships are complicated, people.
We went back and forth to Canada, Australia for holidays and stuff, but at one point, Brittany went back to Canada and she broke up with me and broke my heart, threw me in the ditch, stabbed me a million times, put out the shotgun.
That's awful.
And that's when I was going to propose to her. I was like, you know what? We've been together for a while now. I'm going to drop the knee. So anyway, she broke my heart and I was like, man, this sucks. And one day she called me up crying and came crawling right back here.
Such an idiot.
By then, I'd already spent the money that I was going to propose to her with. That's why now I made her wait a very long time. And here we are. I thought I'd just make sure she's not going to break my heart again. Propose to her. Couldn't be any more perfect on a wicked little island in the Abacos that we both love. Probably our favourite place. And the funny thing is that the reason I sat there and said it took me months.
We tried to do this for months.
Is because I got this ring like ages ago. And because we've been together for so long,
Wouldn't be able to pull a fast one on me.
yeah, all our finances, all our money, all our bank accounts, everything is together.
Also, we live on a boat, so we're literally with each other 24/7. So when he pulled this ring out, the biggest shock to me was how he managed to pull this under the radar without me knowing.
Yeah.
That was the shock to me. The fact that he surprised me with it, but also the fact he was able to pull getting this without me knowing.
I had to use incognito mode on the MacBooks when I'm trying to search stuff, just so she wouldn't find out.
Literally everything we have is connected one way or another.
When I went back to Australia for this TV show, I looked around for a ring when I went back with Mum and my sister and Dad, and nothing really stood out. So moving back to the boat now, it was, back to square one. How am I going to be able to do this? Then Brittany got a citizenship, which was wicked, because that got off the boat for a while. So she flew back to Australia to do a citizenship. I got a diamond from a diamond wholesaler. I got the ring. Now I got to get it shipped somewhere, which is where our good friends Rick and Lou Installation Star. If you guys haven't watched all our old videos back in Turkey, you guys have to watch those videos because that was incredible back in Turkey. Anyway, I trust them a lot, and obviously, and we shipped the ring to Rick's family in the US, where I went to go pick it up while she was in Australia. So boom, she had no idea.
Sneaky.
Yeah. We were up the east coast of the US and we're trying to get to New York, but it got so cold and Brittany was like, I don't want to go, it's so cold. I was like, oh man, I wanted to go to the Statue of Liberty and drop anchor and do it there. I thought that'd be really cool. Anyway, I was like, all right, that's not going to work. And then we're going back to Canada for Brittany's papa's funeral. And I thought we should do it in Canada. That would be really cool. And then I thought, no, we're there for Papa's funeral. Brittany was really sad. It probably wasn't the right time. So then I was like, okay, Bahamas. We're doing the Bahamas. So for Valentine's Day, I booked this really beautiful, beautiful Valentine's dinner at this resort and everything. We're going to do it. It's going to be so cool. And we got there. It just wasn't the right vibe, was it?
The food wasn't great.
Yeah.
The vibe wasn't great. I'm glad that you held off on that one.
And then I've been trying to get to Spoil Key, which is our favorite little island in the Abacos. We both love it. It's so beautiful. You guys have seen the videos and everything. It's incredible. We love it there. So last week it was absolutely perfect. The weather was good. The sun was out. It was just, we were around the corner again. I kind of had to plan it well. And I was like, let's go film some stuff. So I had the drone out, had the GoPro, had the camera.
Here's the cool thing about having a YouTube channel is that it's not abnormal to have 3 different cameras going. So I literally did not think anything of it. The only thing I was getting annoyed about is Ryan wanted to do so many takes, and I hated it because I was like, come on, man, I just want to go for a swim now. So when you guys watch me walking back, because Ryan goes, what are you doing? And I look really confused. I'm about to jump my ass into the ocean and go for a swim. And he's trying to call me back. Yeah. And so when I'm walking back like...
She's frustrated. She's like, again, I don't want to do it again.
I'm walking back like a grumpy little potato because I'm like... Come on, man, again, I just want to go for a swim. And that's when he says, you're making this so hard.
Even to the point where I had all the stars aligned, she's still making it hard. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you're kidding me, right? So
but it was so perfect.
Jackson was there, which was epic.
I was shocked. When he pulled that ring out, it took me a few seconds to actually, work out what was going on.
I know. She thought I got around the corner at like the supermarket or something. She's like, "Where'd you get this?" I'm like,
I was like, "We're in the Bahamas. Where did you get a ring from?" And I was so confused. And then he said he'd had it hidden in his toolbox area for so long, which I don't go in the tool shed unless you ask me to.
So many times I was upstairs in the lads' room. I'm like, Brittany, can you grab the spanner out of the tool bag? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, hold on, I'll get it. I like run down and grab it. And I'm thinking, oh, don't go in there. It's been a long process. So.
It's been a long time coming. Yeah. But at the same time, we always talked about it because we met so young. By the time we were even old enough to consider marriage a possibility, we had already moved on to buying our first property and renovating our home and traveling and doing all that kind of stuff, focusing on our careers and everything. So
she wasn't really bothered, way.
So, and we're not overly traditional people. Well, I'm not as traditional as you are, but it was just never... It just always got put to the back because we'd been together for so long already.
Well, that's her story. My story was she broke up with me.
Yes. And also, we were going through my citizenship, which was so expensive. Getting Australian citizenship is like costs an arm and a leg. So it's like we always had something else that we were doing.
So anyway, guys, that's it. That's the story. And,
in a very condensed nutshell.
Yeah. So anyway, here we are. and we're engaged. It's all
Here we
happening.
are. Took us 20 years to get to this point. It'll probably take us another 20 to actually get married.
Hey, buddy, you excited?
Thank you again, everyone, for your really amazing messages. We really appreciate it. Off topic, we're actually getting ready to leave the Abacos now. We're heading down to the Exumas. So let's get ready to head to the Exumas, guys.
I got Exumas! I know. Hey, you gotta relax. You're still at your home.
Okay. Okay, let's go, guys.
But before we head off, we have a couple more things we want to do. First, we had to go for one last dive on the beautiful reef here in Great Guana, where the water is crystal clear and you can always count on seeing either a shark, a turtle, a giant barracuda, or one of these guys, who like to casually fly past you, and just as fast as you see them, they begin to fade off into the distance. We also celebrated our engagement in style with a trip to Grabbers, a local beach bar on Great Guana with a super chill atmosphere, really good drinks, and some wicked pizza.
Good morning. Oh, the battery's dead. Battery's dead. Alarm's going off. It's all happened here on Sunday this morning. So we're at this beautiful little spot here, the Baker's Bay in the Bahamas, the Abacos. Come on, mate, stop that. It's time to leave, 7 o'clock.
We've loved our time here in the Abacos and will be back soon, but the crystal clear turquoise waters of the Exumas are calling our name.
Are you ready, Captain?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We just filled up with water, fuel, and we're heading to the Exumas. Super stoked. I'm so excited. I think the Exumas, we brushed through there really briefly on the way up here last year, and it's probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So I'm super stoked to get down there. We're actually motoring right now because there's just not enough wind. We're trying to plan to do an overnight sail across to the Exuma Islands, and then by the time we get there and we go over the shallow banks, there's a lot of coral and rocky heads you want to do at daytime. So if we sail across tonight, we arrive there in the morning, we can do that section during the day. So that's kind of the whole idea of it all. Yeah, right now we're just going to keep motoring. We're coming into low tide today, and it's a really low tide. We're going to get over a shallow section of water soon, and it's literally the same depth as our keel. So we're trying to race there as quick as we can so we can beat the low tide and get over that. We'll see how we go. Last time we did the same thing and we just made it, and there's a truck in the water that we almost hit, so hopefully we don't do that. There's a guy cruising by in his big boat. And you know what? We got one of these fishing boats coming up as well. I hate these things. If you guys own one of these fishing boats, just slow down for us, please, because you guys, they're so massive. I mean, he's going to be far away, but just have a look at it. It's such a beast. No wave. They didn't wave back. They give me this big wait. Hold on, Jackson. Oh. So when we're going through the ICW, the Intracoastal Waterway, down the east coast of the US, you get those guys fly by like that, but they'll be a boat length away from you. And you would get stuff just flying out of the cabinets downstairs. You get so frustrated.
As we begin our trip out of the Abacos, we're getting ready for the many challenges that lie ahead. The Exumas are incredibly beautiful and remote, but with that comes many uncharted areas where navigating by sight to avoid reefs is an absolute must. But before we leave the Abacos for our overnight sail, we need to make one last stop for our fur baby Jackson.
So we just dropped anchor. I'm going to take Jackson just to the beach over there. I feel so bad because usually He's raring to go to the beach, and he's so used to not coming with us lately. Oh, here we go. He heard it. He heard beach. He heard the word. Now he's coming. I was gonna say he's so like used to not coming with us at the moment that he's just sitting there. Come on, mate. All right. He's gonna be so excited. Let's go.
Okay, so Ryan's gone to the beach right now to have a little walk with Jackson, have his last pee break on land before we head out for an overnight sail. As you know, I always like to meal prep just so that we have food on board. We don't have to worry about it. I've made like a potato salad with some egg in it and stuff. Ryan and I have both said we'd love a good mac and cheese. We haven't had that in a while. The thing is with here in the Bahamas is veggies are so few and far between that you really have to get them in when you can. So I didn't want to eat something as unhealthy as a straight up mac and cheese. So I've just cut up some carrot and cauliflower, boiled it up, and I'm gonna blend that into the cheese sauce so it's got a little bit more nutrition than just being a straight up mac and cheese. There we go, some veggie mac and cheese. Most of the sauce is veggies, which is nice.
Hopefully we can pull this center out and just leave it out. There we go. Going 3.5 knots. Damn it. We'll pick up speed.
Ryan's mad because we got the main jammed already. Oh no, you got it back in. Keep going. Yeah, but it doesn't look jammed right now. It's slipping out.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and a massive thank you to our patrons who make these videos possible. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. It helps us out so much, and we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe. It's got hair in my face. Ah, Jackson. Jackson says like and describe.
Describe.
Like and subscribe. He's really heavy. He's tricking me. Like and